This is the grain mill that I made for brewing beer. It's essentially just 2 1 3/4 rollers on these 1/2 inch shafts. This one is fixed in position. This one is adjustable by moving these nuts back and forth, and I can move it closer or further away depending on the type of crush that I want. The grain just falls straight through from this hopper. There is a simple gate valve here that I can fill this hopper up with all the grain, and then I can start the machine and just pull this open a little bit, and the grain will fall through in a nice ribbon, nice and easy, and then I can go and do something else while the grain is being crushed. I designed this so the height is just good enough, just close enough for a 5-gallon bucket to fit under, and that keeps the dust down while it's being used. This is a 900 RPM furnace blower motor that I had for free. Somebody gave it to me. It's on a 1/2 inch shaft. This pulley over here is on a 1/2 inch shaft. That's commonly referred to as a jack shaft. But this is an 1 3/4 inch pulley. This is a 12 inch pulley. So 12 divided by 1 3/4 is 6.8 something. And so 900 RPM divided by 6.8 is about 130 RPM. So that shaft turns at 130 RPM, and then there's a slight reduction on the other side, which I'll get to. So on the other side of the unit, I just have a simple house switch and an outlet. I put a plug here for something in case I needed it while it was plugged in. No big deal. The motor is air cooled, but it really doesn't run long enough to get hot, so I'm never worried about putting a fan on it. I have a further slight reduction here. This pulley is 6 inch, that one is 6.5. So it divides it again by about 0.92. So this shaft was doing 130 RPM. With that gear reduction again, it's about 118 RPM is what the rollers turn at. The final drive here is these 1/2 inch shafts and these 2 spur gears, which are the same diameter as the rollers inside. So when this belt here turns, these gears interlock and both rollers turn down and pull the grain in and crush it. The hopper is just a 5-gallon water jug that I was given, and I cut the bottom off of it, and the top forms a nice funnel that goes right into the rollers. And the rollers are 1 3/4 diameter round steel that I knurled on a lathe, so provide them a little grip, but they work pretty well. This is my brewery pump. It's a Chugger pump that I got from brewhardware.com. It's a stainless steel head, 3/4 inch inlet, 1/2 inch outlet. I put a stainless ball valve on the discharge side so I can throttle it back and forth if I need. These are high flow fittings that I got from brewhardware.com. I do like the cam lock style and everything that goes with that. It's got silicone hoses both on the intake and the discharge. I mounted it on a cart that I got from Harbor Freight. It's just a mover's cart. It was like 12 bucks. I put a piece of plywood down and then screwed the pump down and put this just piece of flashing over it to keep it from getting splashed on. And then I have a pole here and the wire, and the pole helps me just wheel it around without having to bend over. So I just grabbed this by the handle here and I can wheel it around. I got my on-off switch and I put two hooks here so I can coil the hose up when I'm not using it, and works really well. I'm very happy with it.